What's up, doll collectors, hobbyists, fabs, and besties? I'm Toya, an adult doll collector. Welcome to my miniverse. So, Toya. Yes? Did you hear the news? What news? There are Disney My Mini Babies. Say what now? That's right, Zuru and Disney have teamed up once again, but this time for the babies. Wow, so we just got My Mini Baby Sweetheart and now there's Disney. That's a lot of babies. And we're gonna need a quick backdrop. Well, unless they've got frozen babies, but that doesn't sound right. To the craft table. When I need a quick backdrop, a poster board room is my go-to. Using a folded over piece of poster board to make a quick corner room. And we often add more poster board to make the walls stronger, but some of you wanted to know if we could use cardboard. And yeah, I think that would totally work. And that's just what we're gonna do today. My cardboard is 13 inches tall, and my poster board is 22 by 28 inches. I fold it in half on the longest side, so it's now 14 inches by 22. I trim the poster board to the height of the cardboard, so it is 13 by 14 folded. I glue cardboard onto the outside of the poster board on the front and back, creating sturdy walls that can easily bend because all we have in the center is poster board. Now we can add scrapbook paper and printables to decorate the space, as long as everything stays flat. I'm going to add our door printable, where I added a few flowers. Let's glue a striped wallpaper onto the sides, baseboards onto the bottom. I want to add our printable window onto the side. However, I can totally see the stripes through the paper. So I glue it on leftover poster board, then cut it out, then glue it onto the wall. Then lay down a wood grain paper and add the walls to make a quick backdrop inspired by Monsters, Inc. that can lay flat for easy storage. And I think we might be able to open the door. However, there's not a lot of space across the top. So we could choose to make the walls taller in the beginning or print the door under scale. I'm going to carefully cut the door open, which did weaken the top a little, so I glue leftover cardboard behind it and glue on a new poster board frame to cover the wrinkles. So we can have a room where the door is cracked. And we can decorate it with a few minis. I bought a 2-pack of Zuru My Mini Baby Disney capsules. I paid $24.99, so that's around $12.50 per capsule. On the side, we can see Stitch, Winnie the Pooh, and Moana, and the 6 babies in this collection. They look like a mixture of Series 1 and Series 2 with a Disney theme. But I think we're getting some fashion items, but we also know that some items might be a little small for our 1/6 scale world. The capsules have blue wrappers. We can see the Disney logo on the bottom and a picture of a baby in a Stitch onesie. And it looks hemmed, but we gotta get a closer look to be sure. When My Mini Baby first came out, it was $7.99. Do y'all remember that? I don't know if $12.99 is the official price because prices online do tend to fluctuate, and the price could be affected because it's Disney. Here's a collector's guide showing us all 6 babies on the back. I got 3 bags, starting with the biggest one. We have... Oh, is that the bed? Yeah! We have instructions. I already know that the bed is going to be a little small, or the crib, but this is the set that comes with the Stitch onesie, which is what I really wanted to see. Oops. The crib looks just like the one from Series 1, only it's brown. In the second bag, we get a flexible mat that says Stitch, which looks similar to the first one, just repainted. Let's place that in the bed. We get a Stitch onesie that's made of a pretty stiff material. It's not hemmed, the edges are singed. It velcros in the back. We get a plastic hat with sculpted pom-poms and a teeny tiny scrump, which is really cute. And it looks similar in size to the Bitty Pop scrump. Well, the Zuru scrump is slightly smaller, but I think you could totally use them interchangeably. Now let's check out the baby, which looks like the same sculpt from Series 2, only this baby has a flesh tone diaper that is sculpted on. It's very Disney. I personally would have preferred to have a fabric diaper, but if you're gonna sculpt one on, it would have been nice if it was painted. But the baby is still squishy soft and flexible. The outfit is pretty stiff, so I'm finding it a little bit of a challenge to dress the baby. I don't want to pull off his little legs. It's a snug fit and there's a little stitch face on the front. Then we can add the hat, place the baby in the crib, and he's good to go. In the second capsule, I am hoping to find the bouncer so we can have the whole stitch set. This capsule does have a little weight to it, and this looks kind of round. So I don't think it's the bouncer. Nope, it's the round crib from Series 2 in a lighter brown or cream color, where we use one side of the white capsule and open the other bag to get the wheels that go underneath, and they are a different color. Then assemble the canopy, attach it to the side. It's a white tulle with little fuzzy white dots. Then we have a red mattress with Winnie the Pooh outlined in white to go inside. We also get a bee rattle and a tiny plastic Winnie the Pooh book. And there's a red and yellow Winnie the Pooh blanket. It's fuzzy with white embroidery and has a Winnie the Pooh hat at the top. In the last bag, we find the baby with another flesh tone diaper. We can place the baby inside the blanket, then wrap it up and secure it with the Velcro dots. Now, in the past, these have come off for me, so I'll probably try to sew them down later. But here's the baby, ready to take a nap. I bought 6 capsules. There are 6 babies in this collection, so hopefully we don't get any doubles. I hear a rattle. I think this one might be the stroller, because it sounds pretty similar to Series 1. We got 4 bags, and yep, it's the stroller in a 2-tone peach color with a Moana theme. It looks like the same stroller, just in a new color. Let's open another bag where we get a Moana themed outfit, a small plastic plush, and an accessory to go with the outfit. Let's open the bag with the baby, put on the outfit to complete the look. The dress is not hemmed and the top is made of a thick material, but it does Velcro in the back and has sewn in undergarments. And now we have one of each theme: Stitch, Winnie the Pooh, and Moana. Let's see if we can find more of the Stitch pieces. My 4th capsule seems to have a little movement inside. I am hoping it's not another stroller. Oh, we got 3 bags this time. In the largest bag, we have, yes, the bouncer with 3 small toys hanging down. It looks just like the ones from Series 1, so we can quickly put it together. Let's open the second bag, where we get a blue cushion with a tropical print, a bottle, a blue fabric diaper, and a Stitch bib. In the last bag, we find the baby with a sculpted diaper, and we can place the fabric diaper over it, then add the bib to complete the look. And now we have the Stitch collection. I still have 2 capsules to go, so let's see what's inside. This one totally sounds like a stroller. If it is, that means this is our first double. And yep, it's the stroller. So twins. Under the dress, it's a little uneven, but that is my experience and yours could be different. Opening my last capsule, I am hoping it's the Winnie the Pooh high chair, and it's the Winnie the Pooh crib. So that's our second double, but maybe we can use the canopy to add some soft curtains to the window. If we want to make a few things for the babies we already have, then let's take some turquoise and purple fabric and make a playmat. Out of the purple fabric, I sew together a few circle shapes, leaving an opening so we can flip it inside out. I sew them onto a piece of turquoise fabric, Then place another piece of turquoise fabric on top and a layer of felt. Sew a circle going around, leaving an opening so we can flip it inside out between the layers of cotton. Sew the opening closed to make a Sully-inspired playmat. Then we can add a Disney mini brands and take it out of the box for a toy. I've been trying to make some patterns for the babies, and so far I don't think this one is too bad. I traced it onto a piece of an old t-shirt. I cut directly onto the straight lines and around the neck. Fold a small amount over at the neck, then trim around the rest of the pattern, leaving a seam allowance. Take the two straight edges and let's match them up. Sew them together about halfway down, so there's an opening at the top that's large enough for the baby. This is the back and this is the front of our outfit. Before I fold it and sew the sides together, stitch a little eye onto the front using thread and a scrap of fabric. Then I fold it over and hope that it lines up, then sew on one side on the line drawn, which totally did not match up in the back, but good thing we left a large seam allowance. Now I can trim off the excess, flip it inside out, add Velcro or a snap in the back to close it, to make a Mike Wazowski inspired sleeper for the baby. It's a little large, so I do need to alter the pattern, but I like where this is going. With a little trial and error, we can make our own Disney-inspired baby items using stuff we might already have. I like that this series is giving us more baby clothes, and I think the Stitch bib is really cute. But with only 6 items in this collection, I think the chances of getting a double are kinda high. But let us know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you for joining us while we checked out My Mini Baby Disney. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram and YouTube at MyFroggyStuff and Bella of MyFroggyStuff on Instagram. And we will see you next time. Bye!